Smash Wrestling fans, and welcome to the Rebel Nightclub in downtown Toronto. I'm Scott Hunter alongside Blake Murphy, and we're happy to present to you RebelMania.
All of Smash Wrestling's champions in action tonight. WrestleMania here at Rebel. A little later on, what a show. The ring announcer even wore a three-piece suit.
That is impressive. I don't think I've ever owned a three-piece suit.
Big events only.
Life. And it is a big event indeed. Our first time, our debut here at the Rebel Nightclub. What a venue this is for professional wrestling. And we are not wasting any time here, Blake.
The following contest is a special attraction match. Introducing first, from Brooklyn, New York, weighing 179 pounds. They call him Big Papa, but he goes by the Joe Pesci.
Now they know they place. They live in my shade. Cause I be catching shots.
This is Navarro!
Casey Navarro making his Smash Wrestling debut here tonight, Blake. And fans, if you've never seen Casey Navarro in the ring, he is an impressive athlete.
Very impressive athlete, high-flying, explosive, and a guy on the rise. If you watch TNA wrestling at all, he's in an upcoming Ultimate X match with the X Division Championship on the line. Moose, of course, who we'll see later tonight, is the champion. Casey Navarro looking to pick up some important momentum here.
But he is about to be in the ring with somebody he has never encountered before. First time ever matchup. Smash Wrestling World Champion, Psycho Mike. Psycho Mike, the Smash Wrestling World Champion, and he has held that championship for a long, long time, Blake.
610 days, nearly 20 successful title defenses, and I don't know if this is positive, it hasn't changed a bit.
Oh, let's cut that! Hey, let's cut it! Cut it! Cut it! Cut the music! Hey, cut it! I want to hear it! Cut it! Pardon me? Pardon me? Pardon me? Pardon? Huh? Pardon me? Pardon me? Who? 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 Who am I? Listen! No, shut up! Shut up! No. Zip it. Zip it. Okay. Pardon me! Krusty the Clown, that's the best thing you got. You're really recovering from John Cena breaking up with you, aren't you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, I was in Vegas for the last 2 days, doing my thing, taking over, just like the first class blessing does. The last thing I wanted to do was come here to Canada for Smash Wrestling. However, I was told that I was in a championship match. So they paid the big bucks. I said, I'm going match one, and I'm going to take that and leave. And after I take it and leave, I'm going to go to Rebellion next week and win the X Division Championship. Yeah! Actually, why am I copying somebody that just lost the title when I'm about to win one? Anyway, Psycho Buddy, if I was you, man, just drop the belt. Let's not do this. You're not going to be able to keep up with me anyway. And I'm going to pin you 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take that and I'm going to go to Rebellion. Is that cool? Is that cool? Let's get this started.
That's some bold words from Casey Navarro there. Speaking to a champion who's held the title for over 600 days and saying he should just hand over the belt. Hang on a second. Well, what's Mike doing?
He's considering the offer, I guess.
Well, the official's trying to get him in the corner. I mean, the one thing about Psycho Mike, he's he's a difficult man to hurt, but the one thing you can hurt is his feelings, and I think that's what Casey Navarro might have just done.
He's also a little suggestible. You can get him into a battle of wits here and there, take him outside the ring here and there. One thing Mike will have in his favor for sure, though, is the crowd here at Rebel, the Smash Wrestling faithful, always 100% behind Psycho Mike. Casey Navarro will have to combat that.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Casey Navarro in this matchup here. It's hard to win fans when the first thing you say is this is the last place you want to be, especially if you're trying to win the championship within that promotion. There's the bell. This match now officially underway. Smash Wrestling World Title officially on the line. And if you're Casey Navarro, you've never been in the ring with Psycho Mike before, what's got to be going through? I don't even think he knows what he's about to get himself into.
Well, Casey Navarro does have a couple things working in his favor, and one, as we mentioned, Mike's been champion for over 600 days. He's defended this title almost 20 times. There is a lot of tape on Psycho Mike if Casey Navarro wants to get scouted, get leveled up, and get ready for Mike. And, Mike's not necessarily the sit in the film room type when it comes to getting prepped for Casey Navarro. We heard Navarro say it in his when he had the mic there. Mike's got to keep up with Navarro, and I think that's it was pretty obvious anyway, but Navarro's going to try to play the speed game here.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and I think keeping up with someone like a Casey Navarro, I don't think that should be your game plan if you're Psycho Mike there. I think if you're Psycho Mike, you're going to want to keep him grounded as much as you can, not let him pick up too much speed. And hang on a second here. Mike's showing he can keep up just fine. And you see the look on Casey Navarro's face there. Oh, Psycho Mike, he found his hard cam. He's got that wrist lock, and that's in deep. And Casey Navarro, and this is what I mean. There's no way to prepare. You can watch all the footage you want. There's no way to prepare to be in the ring with someone like a Psycho Mike.
No, and how does this have to feel? You see Psycho Mike lock eyes with the hard cam. You don't know if he's 1,000% taking you seriously yet. That's got to be a little frustrating. And yet, he's so big and strong, and he's got the torque on that wrist that you can't do anything about it.
Well, and now maybe this is what Casey Navarro needed, though, to start taking Psycho Mike seriously a little bit. As now the pace starts to pick up here. Nobody home there for Mike as he's trying to chase Navarro around the ring. Good luck.
Mike's got to be thankful there's only 4 sides of the ring now for Casey Navarro.
I don't even think he knows he's in the ring with him. They see Casey Navarro, he says, is this your guy? This is the champion. This is who you're backing.
And if you know Navarro from TNA or anywhere else, not lacking in confidence and very, very willing to engage in the trash talk.
Oh, jeez, that big shoulder charge there from Psycho Mike, just running right through Casey Navarro after Navarro mocking the body slam.
Little piece of advice, don't stand in Mike's eye line when he's trying to lock eyes with the hard cam, because that's...
Well, I take nothing away from Casey Navarro. We just saw him. He can literally run circles around Psycho Mike. His cardio game and his athleticism is nothing to sneeze at, but now there's Mike. And the crowd here at Rebel excited to see what may be the first body slam of this matchup. Navarro, there's that speed coming into play one more time. Sends Mike to the outside. Navarro picking up the pace. Suicide diving. Takes out Mike.
Oh, Mike right back to his feet, though. Doesn't like what...
No, he just landed in something wet.
Yeah, someone spilled the beer, which is... that's a tragedy.
It really is. And Navarro there, nice elbow there, right to the face.
You wouldn't think necessarily that a more striking-based game plan outside of the ring is going to go Navarro's way, but has Mike on the defensive here. Uh-oh.
Mike, though, he'll get his foot in the way there, saving himself from a face full of ring apron. Nice shot there to the midsection there, Mike. Now Mike's turn as he runs the face of the challenger repeatedly over and over and over again into that ring apron. Just having a conversation with the official while he's doing it. Treating Navarro like a basketball.
Yeah, he's normally small forward size, but playing a little point guard here, dribbling the air out of this thing. Surprised we don't have pink stains on the apron.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't think Navarro has any clue where he is right now. See Mike rolling into the ring, breaking up the count.
Looking for a body slam outside the ring.
Well, he wasn't able to hit one inside the ring yet, so he's going to do the first one on the outside. I don't think this is where and Navarro again able to get out of the way there, going behind Mike. Sending him around that ring post there. Oh! A chin checker there from Casey Navarro. And the hardest shots are the ones you don't see coming, Blake. And that one, just a peekaboo around the ring post there.
Very clever. Shades of White Goodman in dodgeball. Yeah, the peekaboo there.
And dodge a wrench.
Trying to dodge that thrust kick from Casey
right
Navarro.
To the side of the head. Lucky he hit Psycho Mike. And not the fan's lap he was sitting on. Oh! Over the top rope with a drop kick, 2 feet right to the face. And if you're Casey Navarro, you've got hang on cover. 2. Kick out there for Mike, almost had a new champion there. If you're Casey Navarro, and you've got this big matchup coming for the X Division Championship over in TNA. Are you looking at this match as a tune-up match for that, or is this a mistake on Casey Navarro's part?
Not a tune-up, but I think it's a momentum builder. If you can come in here and beat a guy the size of Psycho Mike, because again, X Division is about no limits, not weight limits. Moose is the X Division champion. You're going to have to go through him in that Ultimate X match. I think this is a momentum builder. You want to feel as confident as possible going in when you're going to be up against 5 other guys and you're going to have to climb that Ultimate X structure.
Well, it's a great point, but I wonder, Blake, if Casey is considering the workload that comes with being the Smash Wrestling champion. If he is able to defeat Psycho Mike here, he's not just talking about winning one match. He's going to be here over and over and over again defending that title.
Now, I'd say to go back to Omar from The Wire, that sounds like one of them good problems. If you have too many titles to defend around the world, that's never a bad thing. Big drop kick there from Navarro.
That's going to hang on cover here again. New champion. No, Psycho Mike able to shove Navarro off there. And look at the chagrin on the face there of Casey Navarro.
Marlo from The Wire, by the way, not Omar. My bad. Mixing my references.
I'm not a big Wire guy.
We'll get you there. Not a lot of wrestling in The Wire.
And now the crowd trying to will the champion, Psycho Mike, back into this matchup. But he is taking a beating right now from the challenger. Nice snapmare takeover there from Navarro.
The level of physicality from Navarro, in addition to the speed here. Big double stomp there.
Again, another cover now. And again, a kick out there from Psycho Mike. But Navarro is attacking Mike from all angles here, Blake.
Yeah, using the striking game, getting him up against the turnbuckles, working outside of the ring as well. We're seeing a pretty versatile package here from Navarro.
Well, I think we talked earlier about the fact it's the first time matchup for them, and as much as Casey Navarro's never prepared for someone like Psycho Mike before, Psycho Mike has never been in the ring with a Casey Navarro before. Ooh, there's a huge boot engulfing the entire head of Navarro as Psycho Mike leads up to the second rope, up and over Navarro. Look at the speed here of Mike. Nice roll over there. The new Psycho Mike was a luchador lariat. Taking the head clean off of Casey Navarro there. And Mike looks angry here, Blake.
Well, we know what he's looking for. Whether he's angry, happy, sad, hungry, he's looking for a body slam.
That is indeed his happy place. And Navarro, he has no idea where he is. And again, Psycho Mike asking if the crowd wants to see it. They oblige. Navarro back to a vertical base here. Only had the first body slam of the matchup. And I think there's more where that one came from.
And Navarro right back to his feet twice, but that's not what you want to do here.
Oh, now Psycho Mike having fun with it. A third body slam there. Into a cover here to retain the title. And a kick out there from Navarro. But those body slams, they take a toll.
I can imagine the pain to your back, the inability to catch your wind.
Well, not only that, though, when you get the cover right after, as we take one more look here at the repeated body slams here from the champion. You get Psycho Mike's full body weight on you right after taking all those slams, the wind knocked out of you. It takes everything just to kick out here. You know, he's looking for that hang on cover here, new champion, no!
Smooth inside cradle attempt there.
Psycho Mike was looking for that fisherman buster. Oh, what a kick there from Navarro. Now Navarro going up top. But here comes Psycho Mike with a huge boot to the side of the head of Navarro. He's going to meet him up top, and now dangerous position for both competitors.
Reeling from that big pump kick. He's going to try to fight his way out of this.
Well, he has to. He's fighting for his career here. A rake of the eyes there, and Psycho Mike Trying to maintain his balance there on the second rope, but he can't.
Big
Down he
headbutt.
goes. Up goes Navarro. And a huge frog splash. Big impact there into a cover. 2. And Psycho Mike again finding a way to kick out Blake. You see Psycho Mike there. He's staring at his championship over in the corner. Perhaps thinking maybe it's slipping away here in this contest.
And Navarro again showing us the versatility. And hey, you look ahead to Ultimate X and you can't look past Psycho Mike, but the ability to add some striking off the top rope, hit a big impact move like that.
Oh, backslide here, backslide, cover. They will roll through those Navarro. And a super kick catching Mike clean on the jaw. Mike look for that spinning pump kick, nobody home. Tilt-a-whirl DDT there from Navarro into a cover here, leg hook. And again, Psycho Mike. But he's kicking out less and less gumption behind those kickouts.
Yeah, Navarro usually uses that Halo DDT, and that's it. He'll look for a Blesky boot. Shades of Matt Cardona with that one.
Paint in the face of the champion there. Up and over.
Oh, Pink!
2. New champion, no.
Navarro emptying the tank here.
Yeah, repeated pin attempts here. He's come within an inch a few times in this matchup, becoming the new Smash Wrestling champion. And now you see perhaps some seeds of doubt being planted in the mind of Casey Navarro here. Can he beat Psycho Mike? Can he keep his shoulders down for 3? No one's been able to do it in over 600 days, Blake. Another body slam from the champion. Looking for the Fisherman Buster. Connecting. Into the cover. And that's it.
610 days and keep counting.
Here is your winner, and still Smash Wrestling World Champion, Psycho Mike!
A hard-fought victory for Psycho Mike to retain the championship here in this matchup. Casey Navarro came within an eyelash a few times in that match, Blake. And you see that title, it gets heavier every day you hold it there. And Psycho Mike, I think he's starting to feel the weight of that title.
He absolutely is, and no rest for the weary, because we got a 4-way #1 contenders match coming up later today as well.
That's right. He's going to find out his next challenger later on today.
Our next contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is a special attraction match. Introducing first.
And Blake, here comes a man who is repeatedly and consistently the most hated man in Smash Wrestling, the Joe Pesci of professional wrestling, Carter Mason.
Funny how? Well, funny to me that...
To the ring, from Brooklyn, New York, weighing 179 pounds. They call him Big Papa. But he also goes by the Joe Pesci of pro wrestling. He is the Catalyst Freestyle World Champion, Carter Mason.
Funny to me that he has been voted the most hated man in Smash Wrestling multiple times now, but what was the reaction when he came out? Every single person here at Rebel Nightclub on their feet. They want to let Carter Mason know how they feel. We've got one lady who seems to be the world's biggest Carter Mason fan. I'm going to assume this is a relative or something like that, but love him or hate him, Carter Mason gets these fans on their feet, gets a loud reaction every single time he's out here.
Well, I think Carter Mason, it's strange because he wears this most hated like a badge of honor here in Smash Wrestling. To him, it's a good thing. He doesn't need the fans. He doesn't care about the fans. He cares about that Catalyst Freestyle Championship around his neck. And that's about it.
Which he's now held for quite some time. We talked about Mike's title, and 653 days for Carter Mason as that Catalyst Freestyle Champion.
But does he ever have his work cut out for him here tonight, Blake?
And his opponent, he is the leader of the system. He is the face of the
He is a lot of things there, Blake, and the X Division champion making his way to the Smash Wrestling ring. Of course, neither of these champions' titles on the line in this matchup, special attraction matchup here for Smash Wrestling. But I think these fans are waiting for what you and I are also waiting for here, Blake, and that's for Moose to run through Carter Mason.
That might be what they want, but what have we learned about Carter Mason over the last couple of years? You can hate him all you want. The reason he keeps coming back is because, hey, he backs it all up. He wins a lot of matches. He had one of the best 2024s in all of Smash Wrestling. So, yeah, Moose coming in the favor, but hopefully he's not taking Carter Mason lightly.
Well, hopefully not. And Carter Mason has an opportunity here to turn a lot of eyes. If he can pick up a victory over the TNA X Division champion, and some of the size, look at the size difference between these two. There's the bell. Carter Mason versus Moose now officially underway.
Well, if you can't make that out, the crowd is chanting, Moose is going to kill you.
I was just going to say.
Carter Mason disagrees.
Listen to these fans. I think they're almost, it's wishful thinking. Carter Mason, nice go by. He's got to utilize that speed against some of the size of Moose, of course. And there's the size coming into play, cradling Carter Mason literally like a baby, trying to rock him to sleep in this matchup, and just chucks him. That's a grown man.
Briefly, the coziest ass whooping you can get.
Carter Mason, you got to start rethinking the strategy right about now, I would think.
And it's interesting strategically, outside of the crowd play here, you know, you think, hey, there's a size difference. What can Carter Mason do to neutralize that? Moose is the X Division champion. He has a lot of experience over the last few months wrestling smaller wrestlers, faster wrestlers, and utilizing his size to cut those guys down, keep them grounded. So I don't know what the strategy is here for Mason. He's got his hands full.
But this is what Carter Mason wants. He's always wanted to earn these opportunities against these larger names, these athletes, these special attractions coming into Smash Wrestling, as Moose just whips him down to the canvas there like it was nothing.
Little boot to the do-rag.
I was going to say punch the do-rag for good measure as well. But this is what Carter Mason wants. Is what perhaps a case of be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Carter Mason now earning these opportunities against these special attractions.
It's interesting the sliding doors of all of this as well, where obviously Psycho Mike is the Smash Wrestling champion. Carter has tried to compete for those again, a triple threat at Super Showdown with Tarek involved there. If he is going to do what he's been trying to do for a couple years here, which is win the Smash Wrestling championship and then leave us all behind, as he's claimed he's going to do, he's going to have to learn how to take down a larger wrestler like a Psycho Mike, like a Moose.
Well, is he asking Moose for a test of strength right now? Oh, he tried a cheap shot of a Moose. Had it scouted. Oh my God!
Yeah. I don't know if that's a test of strength. I have the answer key here for you, and Moose wins.
Yeah, I could have told you that before they did it.
Yeah.
And this crowd is this Rebel nightclub full of sickos. Hang on. And those are thuds, Blake.
Yeah, that first one that sent him sent him back to Brooklyn with the first one there. That one up against the turnbuckle.
The second one damn near sent him to heaven.
Yeah.
And Carter Mason throwing a shot that his hand just bounced off the chest of Moose. Oh. And another one. That one almost caught him in the throat. And
Moose looking to close this out quick.
This might be a mercy killing. And Carter Mason going up. Oh, Carter Mason slips out of it, though. And now here he comes firing back with those shots, those leg kicks. That's a smart strategy there from Mason. And there he's utilizing that speed, low bridge, sending Moose to the outside. And Moose might have just tweaked his knee. Is this the opening Mason needs? Oh, he got caught. And now Moose is going to march around the ring here with Mason. Oh, and off the ring post. Face first goes Moose. And Carter Mason
gonna run him again.
And Carter Mason never shy of taking shortcuts. Oh, a chop block right to that knee. That's the knee that Moose might have tweaked on his way out of the ring there. Now Carter Mason, he saw it too there, Blake.
The same leg Carter Mason targeted with those leg kicks after he floated out of the powerbomb. And this is smart. One, if he's going to use his speed to his advantage, slow Moose down a little bit, because it's not like Moose is slow for a big guy. The other thing, too, if you can work those legs as this match goes on, that's going to be...
This.
Yeah, this is just disrespect. Don't play with your food.
Carter Mason wiping his feet on Moose, and something tells me he might be paying for that later on in this matchup.
But if he can stay on this left leg, though, the longer this thing goes on, those leg kicks tend to wear on you as a match goes on. And you think about how Moose tends to finish a match. He wants that spear, and he's got to push off that back leg to really get all of that spear. If that leg's compromised, maybe Carter Mason can avoid Moose's best maneuver.
Well, and you think so much of Moose's strength comes from those legs. You're taking away so much of the offense there. Carter Mason, I mean, everyone's the same size when they're lying flat on their back, and that's what Carter Mason's trying to do, is keep Moose grounded here.
The one thing I'd advise Carter Mason, great strategy here, but you got to try to tune out the crowd as best you can. You can't give Moose an opportunity to catch a second win to get back to a vertical base here.
I have always said the one thing that is in Carter Mason's way and that has haunted him his whole career is himself. He can't help himself hearing the voices from the crowds.
And they're firmly behind Moose with each pull of the arm here.
Boy, yeah, Carter Mason throwing those shots and seems to be firing Moose up rather than knocking him down. On a headbutt right to the jaw. Down goes Mason. He might be out. He might be out on his feet. Official taking a good look at him there. Nobody home there in the corner. Carter Mason picking up the speed, up and over, landing on the apron. Nice kick right to the head. And again, down goes Moose.
And Moose maybe just a step slow on that charge into the corner because of the leg. And Mason's going to try to tie him up in the ring post here.
He's going right back to it, Blake. Going right back to that knee, trying to stretch it out, taking full advantage of the official's 5 count.
And hey, you can't win out there, but you can do an awful lot of damage.
You can do a tremendous amount of damage, ripping away the tendons in the knee there. And you see Moose wincing and screaming in pain right now. And the official can do nothing but count to 4. Carter Mason knows the rules. Are you surprised so far, Blake, by how well Carter Mason's doing in this matchup?
I want to say no, because it makes me seem smarter, and Carter Mason's always a guy who comes in with a good strategy. But yeah, this is the X Division champion. As much as we all respect Carter Mason, what he's done in Smash, Moose came in as a favorite. This is one of the most powerful men in all of professional wrestling, and Mason so far his equal.
Well, in a very short period of time, Mason has completely turned this match around, and now hoisting Moose up. And is he going to be able to lift Moose? No, Moose! Oh, Carter Mason again, though, utilizing that speed. And again, the size difference coming into play big time here.
Oh, he got caught there, though. Uranagi.
And a senton there from the X Division champion, just driving the air out of Carter Mason. You can see him, he is in a world of hurt right now.
Maybe just a little too much ego for Mason there. Good looking vertical suplex at one point.
Well, yeah,
stick to the game plan that's working.
Living up in Muskoka, I've seen how much damage a Moose can do to a car. Imagine what it can do to your rib cage.
Oh.
Sit out power bomb there from Moose into a cover, too. And Carter Mason, I don't know how, just got his shoulder up.
And yeah, that's one of the more unconventional power bombs you'll see. Grab him by the head off the turnbuckle and just swing into it.
He just slam dunked him from the top rope there.
Mason on Dream Street here. Moose got him lined
up.
He's
got his bell rung. Nobody home, though.
But there you
Roll
see
up here from Mason. Hang on. Almost the biggest upset in the career of Carter Mason. That would have been a huge victory. Victory roll now.
Right back to that leg. Looking for the figure 4.
Yeah, he is. He's going right to that figure 4 there. He's got that locked in it. Can you imagine us trying to... Well, we never hear the end of it if Moose taps out here, Blake.
Carter Mason bringing the X Division Championship to Smash Wrestling. Obviously, the title's not on the line here, but you'd have to think TNA would have to consider him as a challenger if he's able to get a submission victory against the champ.
Well, Moose, he's about to tap here. Oh, maybe not.
If you're Moose, though, you have to think about it. You're defending your title in an Ultimate X match next week, but he's reversed the pressure.
Yeah, reversing that pressure. Carter Mason luckily able to get out of it. You're right. If you're Moose, you're right. You got to start thinking about living to fight another day here. If Carter Mason continues to do damage to that knee, a super kick there. Was that a tooth that just left the mouth of Moose? Cover 2. Moose barely able to get that shoulder up. And Carter Mason, he's got to stay on him here, Blake.
He's got to stay on him, maybe hook the leg a little bit more convincingly on the pin, though. But that strategy to work over that left leg keeps coming back into play. Very smart game plan from Carter Mason today. We even saw it on Moose's spear attempt that Carter was able to turn into a roll-up attempt. Instead, looking for the lion salt.
Nobody home, though. Able to land on his feet again and going right back to the knee. But Moose catches on a huge power bomb, just driving Mason into the mat.
There
There's
it
the
is.
spear, and that's got to do it. And it will. Moose victorious, but what a matchup.
Great showing from Carter Mason despite the loss.
Here's your winner, Moose!
I hate to say it, but you got to give your respect to Carter Mason in that matchup. He showed a lot to a lot of people. I think a lot of people wrote him off a lot sooner than that happened, but he had a great showing there. But Moose, that power bomb, as we take another look, reigning supreme, and look at that spear.
And even on the spear, you can see still holding that left leg that Carter Mason had worked over. You wonder if that comes up in Ultimate X next weekend at TNA Rebellion.
Well, he's got 1 week to recover, and what an opportunity this was for us to see Moose here live and in action. And
hopefully not the last time in Smash.
Hopefully not.
Our following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is a #1 contender match for the Smash Wrestling World Championship.
And Blake, it's now time for fatal four-way action. #1 contender match. Winner getting an opportunity at Psycho Mike for the Smash Wrestling Championship.
And what a lineup. If you're Psycho Mike, you don't want to face any of the 4 of these guys, but maybe the biggest threat right here.
Santana making his Smash Wrestling debut here tonight.
Introducing first, he's from the Bronx, New York, weighing 230 pounds, Mike Santana!
Maybe no hotter wrestler right now with more momentum in all of pro wrestling than Mike Santana. He has been killing it since returning to TNA Impact.
And he has an opportunity to come here into Smash Wrestling tonight and make an immediate impact, earning an opportunity at the Smash Wrestling Championship. And Blake, you want to talk about opportunities? How about the opportunity for this young man, Johnny DeLuca, this early into a Smash Wrestling career?
His opponent, from Hamilton, Ontario, weighing 205 pounds, Mr. Electricity, Johnny DeLuca!
Opportunity indeed, but deep waters for Johnny DeLuca. Obviously one of the hottest prospects in Smash Wrestling in the entire Ontario wrestling scene right now. But this is a big test for him. He asked Smash Wrestling, hey, I want to test myself against the best. And you're looking at Mike Santana, you're looking at Tarek, you're looking at Brett Banks. We're going to see if Johnny DeLuca's ready.
Well, if you're someone like Johnny DeLuca and you truly do see yourself as someone who's a future in this promotion and in this industry, these are the type of matchups that start building that legacy.
Or hey, if he wins today, expediting it.
But here comes a man, Blake, who has been to the top of the mountain before us. Former Smash Wrestling champion, came within an eyelash of becoming the first ever 2-time Smash Wrestling champion, and is looking to earn another opportunity here today.
And their opponent, from Calgary, Alberta, weighing 205 pounds, Mr. Punch Kick Shot Terry!
You said it, an eyelash away from becoming a 2-time Smash champion. And if you ask Tarek about it, he thinks maybe he should still have that title, or at least has a claim at another shot at it. Didn't get caught in the moment, but foot on the rope when
Right.
Psycho Mike defeated him.
You're right, the official didn't see it, and something sparked, something changed in Tarek's mind that night. And I think that we're seeing a more aggressive side of Tarek. We're going back to that old mentality that Tarek was in back when he won the championship the first time. And here comes another man that is a Smash Wrestling original, been here since day one, has never climbed the mountain, but has an opportunity here tonight to get right back on top with another opportunity.
fascinating mix of styles in this one. Fascinating mix of experience. We mentioned the less experienced DeLuca. Tarek and Brent Banks have been around Smash Wrestling forever, and Mike Santana, of course, very well traveled. He'll also come in with the size advantage in this one. This one could go a lot of different ways.
Well, it's not just a contrast of experience here, Blake. It's also a contrast of how well these guys know each other. Tarek and Brent Banks go back so far, former tag team partners together. Two pillars here in Smash Wrestling. They know each other inside and out. You've got the young upstart Johnny DeLuca, who realistically, none of these guys really know much about at all. And you got Santana, who there's been a lot of footage to study on Mike Santana, but this is making his Smash Wrestling debut here tonight.
And DeLuca gets a lot of recognition for the speed, for how big a prospect he is, Mr. Electricity, after all. But he has a big appetite for that film study. So he'll have these guys pretty well scouted, I think.
Now, in this matchup here, we're going to see what Johnny DeLuca's made of here, Blake.
Well, crowd behind him early on. Although now they're chanting all these guys.
Well, and I agree with them. I think this is a matchup where I think no matter who wins, the fans win. Huge opportunity. You got to think Psycho Mike is watching this matchup very closely as well, trying to scout his next challenger. And we see all four men just waiting for their moment. No one wanting to be the one to make the first mistake.
Nice of Banks and Tarek to make sure Santana gets a chance as well. The other three had all had one.
The crowd is divided four ways in this matchup. And I say, why don't we get the referee some attention as well?
It's a lot of sportsmanship that I think is going to go out the window in, 5-6 seconds here.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is for an opportunity at the Smash Wrestling Championship. You see Tarek trying to make friends with Brent Banks early, and that might be a good strategy there.
You wonder, there's a lot of history with Tarek and Brent Banks having been in Smash Wrestling for so long at the same time. Do they look to, hey, let's get DeLuca out of here. He's the new guy. This should be one of us in this title match. Hey, Santana coming in as a special attraction, big threat.
And we're seeing DeLuca there. He's upset that Tarek didn't want to shake his hand. And now Tarek, getting right in the face of Santana.
I don't think Santana's going to be intimidated by that. Yeah, here we go.
And now we get to the physicality of this matchup as the pace picks up very quickly. Up and over goes Tarek, landing on the apron. And this one's going to be hard for us to call, Blake. I can tell already. Cover, 2. And again, Fitz, this is one fall to a finish, not elimination style. First man to score a pinfall will be the number one contender. Backslide here from Santana. Match almost over.
And the hardest thing about this match is keeping one of these guys down for 3. But if you are not in the pin, you got to be so laser quick breaking everything up. Whoa!
Tarek and Brent Banks too busy arguing on the outside. DeLuca came charging in. Here comes Santana right after. Hey, you're right, but you got to have eyes in the back of your head in a matchup like this. Santana picking Tarek to roll him back in the ring, trying to finish him off here. Nice back elbow there in the corner. Asking the fans if they want to see one more, and he's going to oblige there. Huge shot there. And Tarek known for his shots, but he just ate a big one there from Santana. Nice duck under here, stacks Tarek up, and Tarek with the elbows there gets out of it. Huge knee right to the jaw. Out goes Santana.
Good ring awareness to roll out. We've seen Tarek win matches with that. Interesting this early. You saw the urgency Tarek's throwing those elbows with when he got up in the fireman's carry position there. He felt the Santana momentum early. And now he's got DeLuca.
DeLuca trying to sneak in the back door, though. Tarek had it scouted. Nice back elbow there. Go behind from Tarek. DeLuca, though, with a nice back elbow of his own. Handspring, look for a back elbow. Tarek catches him with a ripcord. Oh, and a shot there, just missing. DeLuca able to just get out of the way. How about the speed of Mr. Electricity? Oh, never mind. A chop from Tarek will stop you dead in your tracks.
Yeah, that just meant you ran into that chop faster. That's all the speed was good for there. Here we go.
And this matchup right here, Blake, tale as old as time here in Smash Wrestling. These two men have been side by side and across the ring from each other for years here in Smash Wrestling, and even before Smash Wrestling. They trained together.
Well, there's no friends at this part in the match when it's down to just two in the ring. Although Tarek has not been as friendly as maybe we're used to.
As we see Santana taking a break on the outside there. Going to let these two guys take each other out. Well, you're right, and I think Tarek has his eyes on the prize right now, Blake. He knows it's about getting another opportunity at the Smash Wrestling Championship. As Brett Banks, a nice corkscrew elbow. Picture perfect.
Banks maybe hasn't been as close to the title scene as Tarek. Lately, Tarek, of course, won the Northern this year, earned a title shot, but Carter Mason inserted into that to make it a three-way. And then, like we discussed, when he got a one-on-one match, foot on the ropes, and we've seen maybe signs of frustration from Tarek, and maybe that shows up here against a guy that, like you said, he's been on the same side of groups with Banks. But, yeah, it's slowly starting to wear on Tarek that he keeps getting...
Oh, my God! Whoa. Johnny DeLuca with a chop to the back of Tarek. Tarek just gave him a hard receipt there with an elbow to the face.
Nasty stuff.
I don't think we'll see DeLuca back in this matchup again.
Yeah, here's the thing. DeLuca can do all the film study he wants, be this evasive. I don't think until you eat one of those from Tarek, you know just what it feels like. Comes up empty on that chop, though, and DeLuca with one of his own.
Yeah, he's firing up here. And Santana with a boot right to the face of Tarek. I don't think he was aiming for him. I don't think he cares that he hit him either, though. Now throwing those elbows in the corner. Now some tandem offense here from Brett Banks.
Kind of an assisted Blue Thunder, yeah.
And now Tarek to the outside.
And no teammates for the fall itself, but no problem working together to take someone, Tarek, arguably the biggest threat in this match out.
Well, absolutely. When you're in there with someone who's already been to the top here, you already had that title, Tarek knows what it takes to get there, knows what it takes to stay there. And Santana now picking a target here, going after Johnny DeLuca, and a chop there. And DeLuca's eating some punishment from his opponents in this matchup. Monkey flip, lands on his feet, right into a super kick. And there's one from Banks. And now DeLuca throws one. All three men dropped.
Super kicks all around. Good time for Tarek to be catching his breath on the outside. And he catches DeLuca.
Yeah, Tarek grabbing the wrists of DeLuca there as he goes for that handspring, dragging him to the outside. A big right hand there from the former champion, now looking to become once again the #1 contender. And now Tarek measuring up Mike Santana in the corner. Nobody home with a chop. And Santana with a chop of his own.
Be big for Santana to get in the Smash title picture as well. Obviously, he's had a lot of success in the tag scene throughout his career. The singles title has eluded him so far in TNA, sidetracked with issues with Steve Macklin, issues with Mustafa Ali, who we've seen here in Smash before.
Well, and what a way to start your singles career off, a championship career off here than being a world champion here in Smash Wrestling. Huge boot again, and that one drops Tarek. But Tarek, nice roll through, and he catches Santana back.
Big height on that kick from Tarek.
Yeah, now Tarek has Santana stacked up on the shoulders, looking for that detonation kick, perhaps, and he connects with it. Right to the, almost looked like he caught him in the rib cage here, into a cover here. We have a new #1 contender, no.
Yeah, interesting to see the contact on that one. A lot of the times that's a knockout kick, but you catch him in the ribs, that one's probably going to come back up as this match goes along. Even if Tarek, that wasn't the exact aim there, that's going to wear on Santana.
And Santana dragging himself up with the assistance of the ropes to a vertical base there, but Tarek's staying right on him. And again, if you're Tarek, you got to think he smells blood in the water here. You got to think he's going to be trying to close out this matchup sooner than later before one of the other two opponents gets in the ring.
Big kick from Tarek.
Right to the side of the head.
That woke him up.
Oh, hang on a second here. Santana didn't like that one. Not one bit, and Tarek going to continue to throw those shots, but Santana going to meet him with some elbows of his own here. And another chop there from Santana. Back and forth, these two athletes go. And a cover here from Tarek. And again, Santana gets the shoulder up. And both these guys, myself included here, like trying to catch their breath.
Absolutely. DeLuca and Banks trying to catch theirs on the outside of the ring as well as this thing slows down. Interesting, this is our first time at Smash Wrestling here at Rebel Nightclub. Santana, though, one of the biggest wins of his career here at TNA Slammiversary a few years ago. LAX versus LAX, which was a fun one.
Well, and you're right. There's something to that, Blake. A lot of times when we come into a new venue, such as this one here that we're in today, you can get caught up in the lights. You can get caught up in the pomp and circumstance and the feeling of the venue itself. This is an absolutely beautiful venue that we're in. And Santana's used to that when the lights are on bright. It doesn't faze him like it might someone like a Johnny DeLuca.
Oh, Banks' lights might be out, meanwhile.
Yeah, chin checker there from Tarek. Trying to knock Banks out. Here comes DeLuca. Tarek ducks that clothesline there. Nice boot right to the face. DeLuca and Brent Banks stacked on top of each other there. And Tarek with a pre-workout elbow connecting on both of those guys. Going into a cover here, leg hooked. And Santana says, I'm looking right at you. Why would you go for a cover? Then breaks it up.
Yeah, got to stay on top of that in a multi-man match like this. Like we said, one fall to a finish, so you got to make sure no one else sneaks that pin before you can.
But in matches like this, though, the instinct takes over, and Santana now fired up from another chop that he took. It seems like the more punishment he takes...
Oh, he's asking for one.
Yeah, I was going to say the more punishment he takes, the more he gets into a fight.
I don't know if Tarek's the guy I'd be asking for chops from, though. Flips over.
Sunset flip and recover here. 2. Kick out there from Tarek. As the pace picks up one more time. Huge clothesline there from Tarek. Now Tarek going for cover. 2. Kick out from Santana.
A little nastiness on the cover there, too, with the forearm across the face.
Let's take one more look at this. Chin checker there. That shot right on the jaw, right on the money, so to speak.
Good one.
And now Tarek trying to choke out Santana on that second rope. Is he looking for that elbow one more time?
Very effective move for Tarek historically. Get the impact of it and the impact to the throat over that second rope. He's got him lined up.
Oh, but Santana had it scouted. Tarek taking too much time.
Gives him the finger wave, tells him, not this time.
And now Santana, he's measuring up Tarek. What is he thinking here? Oh, boot right to the head as Tarek tried to bring the fight to Santana. Big right hand there.
You can see the left shoulder and the left side of Santana's chest turning purple from those earlier chops from Tarek. And now Santana's prone up top. Oh, Banks and DeLuca back in at the same time.
Nice elbow there from Tarek. For DeLuca, just dropping DeLuca. DeLuca's been taking some punishment in this four-way action.
Like we said, big step up for him. He asked for this. He wanted to test himself against some Smash veterans and a big international veteran in Santana. Well, this is what it's like.
Well, Tarek now stacking up Santana, but here comes Banks and DeLuca, all 4 men now in the corner.
Communicating a little bit there. Banks and DeLuca working together. They've got Tarek in a bad position here.
Wait a second here. Tarek now on the shoulders of DeLuca and Banks. Mike Santana up to the top rope. Huge blockbuster there, all 4 men down. What a matchup.
I think Tarek got the worst of that, but nobody comes out of that one feeling good. All 4 men down right now.
I don't think there's any winners when something like that takes place. Let's take one more look at it here. The high-flying impact.
And Santana got all of that.
And all 4 of these competitors trying to will their way back to a vertical base. Who's going to get there first? Santana to his feet. Brent Banks to his feet. And now Santana go behind. Brent Banks able to reverse it. Back and forth they go. Into a stun gun. And now DeLuca looking to pick his spot here, Blake. Oh, but he hits another elbow. Repeated elbows from Santana. Santana thinking powerbomb. DeLuca lands on his feet. Nobody home with the enziguri.
DeLuca's quickness coming up huge and evading all of it.
Well, I think he surprised himself with that one. But now he's stuck on the shoulders of Santana trying to take him down.
He's slippery. It's hard to catch him with one of these impact moves.
He's looking for a monkey flip there, but Santana able to reverse it.
Oh,
huge drop kick there from the second rope from Johnny DeLuca. Handspring into a cutter.
Finally hits it.
Legs hook, 2, career-making moment, no. Johnny DeLuca almost won the biggest match in his young career. Listen to this crowd, Blake.
Well, they're not wrong. This is awesome. We could have a while to go here still, too. Oh, Tarek comes up empty again.
Oh, but doesn't miss with that second shot there. Stacks him up for the backpack stunner. Keep an eye in the top right corner. Your screen, Brett Banks with a splash. Gonna steal one, too. And Santana able to break up the cover.
With authority.
No kidding, yeah. A simple foot would have sufficed, but he went for a full senton. And again, all 4 competitors down. And you can see all 4 men absolutely exhausted.
DeLuca's taken a lot of punishment in this one. Really great showing from him in terms of using that speed. But it seems like everyone's had a target on him. Maybe because he is the younger guy in the match. And there, now he's flipped to the outside.
He goes. Here comes Santana. He gets flipped as well. Lands on the apron, though. Banks with the boot. Wasn't aiming for Santana. Got him anyway. Tarek stacks up. Brett Banks. Detonation kick gets stuffed. Looking for that sliced bread, but lands on his feet. Tarek and Brett Banks, they know each other so well. Stacks them up. Oh, he got there. Hang on, handful of tights. Handful of tights, ref.
Tarek stole it.
Here is your winner and the #1 contender, Mr. Punch Kick Shop, Tarek!
Well, Tarek's back in the title picture. He's got another shot at Psycho Mike, but that was a real handful of tights.
As we take one more look at it, you're right. Look at this. Full handful of tights there. And to Tarek's credit, the referee didn't see it.
And maybe, hey, if you're Tarek, turnabout's fair play.
Absolutely.
I lost the title shot with a foot on the ropes. Maybe that's fair to him. But again, we see, interesting. Now we're going to see Tarek against Psycho Mike when we kick off the Northern again.
Well, another opportunity earned for Tarek, and I don't think he quite cares how he got there, as long as he got there, and it's a huge opportunity once again.
Crowd showing a great appreciation for Santana here. And Santana wants a mic. He's got something to say.
Yo, I miss Toronto. Straight up, it feels good to come back here and work with top-notch talent like these guys, huh? These guys have been busting their ass for years. Ever since I started coming up here in 2014, it was guys like this that were carrying down the territory and making it happen, so give them a round of applause, right? Now, I've had a long-ass weekend, so bear with me. I flew all the way from Vegas to make it here with you guys, but I've had a lot of history in this building, for those that know. I've main evented in this building, for guys that know. And I'll be straight up, there's no way that I flew all this time from Vegas to come here and just go out like that, because it ain't happening. So I'll tell you what, next show, May 25th, huh? Who here wants to see Mike Santana back in the house?
No argument here.
So I'll do this. May 25th, I'll bring my ass back here to Toronto. And I'll send out a challenge to any tough SOB that's back there that's willing to put in the work. Because everybody knows wherever I go, whatever ring I step foot in, there's one speed. There's 100, nothing else. So they better be ready for that. I don't hear you. Get the mic working.
Is this thing on?
Oh, there you go.
Santana, I have been here too damn long to hear you call for a open challenge. This is your debut. You don't deserve that.
That's Bran Crow.
But let me take a minute to introduce myself. I have been here for 3 years. I've been working with the crew in the back. I've been on this stage prior, and you guys don't even know who I am. So again, I am Bran Crow. And in terms of open challenges, it's not you that gets to make that decision. Get over here when I'm talking to you.
Oh, hey.
I would not give Mike Santana that kind of attitude.
What was your name again?
Bran Crow. And get it right.
Bran Crow bowling up there.
No, don't look at them. Look at me.
What was your name again?
Apparently it doesn't matter. But what does matter?
First of all, I'm too cool to use references like that. But anyways, I'm gonna give you to the count of 5 to get your dumb ass out of this ring. If not, I'm gonna have to whoop your ass around the entire Rebel. So you make that choice. Does anybody want to see me drag his ass around this whole building?
No, it doesn't work that way. And you know what? Until you start...
Bran, you better get the hell out of
I
here.
am not leaving.
Oh, Carter Mason from behind. And it looks like this might have been a plan the whole time.
Yeah, Bran Crow seemed a little bit too confident in retrospect, but Mike Santana's got Carter Mason by the throat.
And Bran Crow... Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, you didn't have a plan C, did you, Bran?
He didn't. I hope he's got his running shoes on. That's good. But he wasn't fast enough to use them, or maybe not smart enough to use them.
Spin a block!
A discus lariat.
Santana, you need to wait. May 25th? No problem. Challenge accepted. Shut your bum ass up. Shut your bum ass up. I told you I gave you your 5. With the King of New York, May 25th. You will find out the real King of New York. The King of New York? First of all, the real King of New York. I haven't even seen you in New York. You can come look for me. You can come look for me.
Carter Mason calling out Santana. Accepting that challenge, May 25th.
I'll see you May 25th. Yeah, pretty much. He's done.
Santana having a good time with it. Might not have a good time May 25th. Carter Mason, Mike Santana. Can't wait for that one.
Smash Wrestling Women's Championship on the line is legit. Leela Hirsch making her Smash Wrestling debut with a huge opportunity here tonight against a wild child, Jody Threat.
And what a challenge it's going to be. Maybe no stronger pound-for-pound wrestler, maybe no better technical wrestler in the women's division.
Way to the ring. Wrestling out of Moscow, Russia. Legit. Layla Hirsch.
And since becoming Smash Wrestling Women's Champion, Jody Threat has been taking on all challengers from all over the world here, Blake, and another opportunity granted to another debuting female here in Smash Wrestling.
Jody Threat so open to challengers, she even defended the Smash Women's Championship against her own tag team partner, Danny Luna. This one might be a little less friendly in its competitive spirit.
I think so. Leela Hirsch looking to win the Smash Wrestling Women's Championship for the very first time. And here comes the Smash Wrestling Women's Championship without the title. Title lost in transit. but her speed wasn't. Look out.
And her opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, she is the Smash Wrestling Women's Champion, Wild Child, Jody Threat.
For those of you who didn't hear ring announcer Kevin Mickey on the way in, Jody Threat does not have her championship belt with her. She was recently in Vegas for WrestleMania week. And title didn't make its way back. U.S. Customs, biggest heel in the game.
But despite the lack of the championship, this match is a title match. Official checking in on both competitors. There's the bell. This Smash Wrestling Women's Championship match now officially underway. Jody Threat, Layla Hirsch in action.
Be an interesting clash of styles here. Jody Threat obviously very high energy, likes to get in the striking game, likes to get the crowd behind her. Layla Hirsch would be very, very happy if this thing slows down and stays on the mat.
Well, and she has the ability to slow this down and hang on cover early. Jody Threat, nice shoulder tackle there. Down goes the challenger. Layla Hirsch, used to being this smaller competitor in the ring, uses that to her advantage, though. Some of the best ground game in the business here, Blake.
Yeah, lower center of gravity, very well versed in submissions and wrestling. There you see an ankle pick to roll behind.
Beautiful. And now Jody Threat trying to make her way to the ropes here to get out of it. Nope, side headlock now instead.
And while Jody Threat is the taller competitor, they should be fairly even in the strength game.
Stacking up Layla Hirsch on her shoulders. Jody Threat. No, Layla Hirsch, though, slides out of it. Nice arm take over there. Now right to an arm bar. Jody Threat, she got to be careful not to get caught here.
Yeah. Oh, Layla almost got caught with her shoulders down there, but that's where the wrestling background helps you out. Obviously, pro wrestling and amateur wrestling as well. You feel those shoulder blades touch the mat, and you quickly jerk up, even if you do have a submission on. A lot of early pin and submission attempts from Layla Hirsch. Clearly getting the memo. If you win the Women's Championship here in Smash, you don't get paid by the hour.
That's right. Well, and I think a lot of times, too, here, she doesn't want to make that mistake. She wants to make Jody Threat wrestle at her pace. Jody Threat used to picking up speed, used to picking up the pace. Layla Hirsch very much the opposite.
Thought we were getting a test of strength there, but Layla Hirsch shoots behind. Jody Threat reverses, but then Layla Hirsch with the arm drag takeover.
Nobody home in the corner. Jody Threat with a huge clothesline and another one. Just repeated strikes here from the Wild Child, Smash Wrestling Women's Champion. And another one for good measure. Layla Hirsch now in trouble in the corner there. Nice suplex. Jody Threat into a cover here to retain the title. Only a 1 count, though. Layla Hirsch going to take a lot more than that to keep someone like her down.
Yeah, if Jody Threat has her way, though, this is the way the rest of the match is going to look. Hard-hitting, fast, striking-based offense. But now she dips stays on the apron.
Well, both these competitors right now trying to make the other one wrestle at their pace. You control the pace, you control a lot of the tempo of this matchup. Hirsch running at Threat. Threat sidesteps it. Oh, hang on there. Threat almost caught her. Hirsch says, oh, that'll work.
Yeah, unconventional, but whatever works.
Nice leg trip there from Hirsch. Roll through and a couple of feet right to the sternum of the Smash Wrestling Women's Champion into a cover. 2. Only 2 count. It might knock the wind out of Jody Threat, though.
Yeah, 2 big boots with that momentum with the swing off the top rope there, right into the chest.
This waist lock here. Perhaps looking for a German suplex. Jody Threat fights her way out of it.
He's trying to clutch the wrist in there as well. A lot of smart technique stuff from Layla Hirsch, and there's the flip over there. Yeah.
It's almost like you can see the gears spinning in Layla Hirsch's head as she has a hold Jody Threat, thinking about 5 or 6 different ways to hurt her, just figuring out which one's going to do the most damage. Nice back elbow there from Jody Threat, suckering Layla Hirsch in there that time.
Very few substitutes for that when it comes to damage.
Forearm shot there to the chest, another one. Layla Hirsch now punches in bunches, trying to wear down the champion.
Impressed by the way Layla Hirsch... Big clothesline there, yeah.
Nice crossbody cover, too. Hirsch able to get the shoulder up, though.
Jody almost turned this thing in a hurry. I was about to mention, impressed at how Layla Hirsch has been able to get some of this crowd at Rebel Nightclub behind her. Usually Jody Threat, a unanimous favorite here at Smash Wrestling, but obviously a clear respect for what Layla Hirsch has done here today and elsewhere.
Oh, armbar, hang on a second. Jody Threat clasping her hands together, trying to take that pressure off, not letting Hirsch get a full extension, but now she breaks it.
Hirsch almost had her there, kicking away Jody Threat's far arm to try to break that finger grip so that she could really wrench back on the armbar. But Jody able to rip through and here use that slight...
No, that's in deep there. Jody Threat's got to get to that bottom rope, and she does. And Hirsch has to release that hold here, ref, and she will. At a certain point, Jody Threat she's not even thinking about defending her title anymore. She's thinking about her longevity in her career.
Oh, nasty kick.
Right to the side of the head of Jody Threat. And Layla Hirsch. She thinking about going up top here, Blake.
Looks like it, but she's got to look out. Jody Threat.
Yeah, Threat playing some possum there, perhaps, and now stacks Layla Hirsch up on her shoulders. And here's where the strength of the Smash Wrestling Women's Champion comes into play. Hirsch hanging on that top rope for dear life. Uh-oh. Oh, an armbar. Referee's got to break this up here. You hear Jody Threat screaming in pain.
And the amount of damage you could do even in a 4 count with that level of leverage, hanging over the top rope, Jody Threat's entire arm exposed.
The amount of damage you can do immediately, ripping a tendons in the shoulder there, you can rip an arm right out of socket.
And Layla Hirsch has played the my bad card to the official a couple times at the end of a 5 count here. Not sure she means it.
Well, maybe the first time, okay, but yeah, the more it happens, the more intentional it seems.
Hey, part of being a good technical wrestler is knowing how to use the rules to your advantage and leverage them, and yeah, Jody Threat's got to be very worried about the status of that arm right now.
And Blake, you saw this match begin with a handshake between these two competitors, and I think that's out the window there. Huge shot there for the Smash Wrestling Women's Champion, Jody Threat.
But you see, she has to wring the arm out after. That's one that could come back to haunt her as this thing goes along.
Back and forth, these two go now. Jody Threat throwing some shots there, and again, you're right, Blake, that damage done to that right arm.
So she goes to the feet instead, big pump kick.
Sending Hirsch into the second rope here. Jody Threat with a head of steam, double knees to the back, sending Hirsch into the middle rope, and now looking for a German suplex with Hirsch hanging on, and that shoulder giving away.
Yeah, you need a lot of hips, a lot of shoulder to get that German suplex over. And using the momentum against her with a Michinoku driver.
2. Hirsch, though, able to get that shoulder up somehow, and yeah, you're right with that pitting predicament after that Michinoku driver had the full body weight stacked on the shoulders of Layla Hirsch. And this crowd still seems to be split down the middle.
It's as torn as Jody Threat's labrum might be at this point in the match. Looking for a fireman's carry here. Hirsch able to get out of that as well, though.
Catching the foot. Jody Threat missing with that clothesline.
Oh,
nice side suplex there.
See that low center of gravity come back into play.
Well, one of the best to ever do when it comes to suplexes. Taz was always used to being oversized in the ring. Layla Hirsch, very similar build, similar style.
Yeah, it makes sense. Use the advantages you have. You can't go in the gym and make yourself 6'5", so use what you have in any way you can.
And Layla Hirsch turning that body into a weapon.
Oh!
And throat first into that second rope goes Jody Threat. Layla Hirsch now picking up the speed and just throwing her body.
Bit of a cannonball.
Absolutely.
Looking for a wheelbarrow suplex here, maybe.
That's exactly what she's going for. Wheelbarrow German suplex into a cover here. 2. New champion, no. Jody Threat just able to get that shoulder up off the mat.
Just barely. Great bridge from Hirsch on that suplex as well. Again, you see the technique in everything she does. Yeah, she's a hard hitter, but everything is technically precise, too.
You can tell Hirsch has perfected her craft. Now saying it's over. But what's she going for here? Layla Hirsch going up top. We don't see this too often. From her moonsault, nobody home. And that would have been lights out for the champion. But Jody Threat
The F416.
Connecting with it and recover 2. And Jody Threat retains the title.
244 days and counting.
Just like that, Blake.
Here's your winner and still Smash Wrestling Women's Champion, Jody Threat.
Jody Threat hitting that F416. We take one more look at the missed moonsault there from Layla Hirsch.
That was the opening that Jody Threat needed, yeah. Not a lot of mistakes from Layla Hirsch in this one, but that one backfired in a big way. Here you see the show of respect. Hey, there's no physical title today to lift up, so lift your opponent's arm instead. A nice show of sportsmanship.
That was a hell of a contest.
Our next contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is a hardcore crunch match. Introducing first.
Well, and this is a match here, Blake, where the rules cannot contain these two men, so we're throwing them out the window. Anything goes in this hardcore match. Jax Williams, Von Vertigo.
And the second you see the JAX go up on the video screen, the boos come out here at Rebel. Jax Williams, very successful, not very popular.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 234 pounds. Williams!
Oh, great, he's got a mic.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's my privilege to introduce to you the official sponsor of Jax Williams, Accelerate Energy. They love it. The reviews are 5-star reviews. And what we have today, we have a special treat for all of you. Now what I have here is two men who have changed their lives with Jax Power Punch. And they're going to tell you about their glaring reviews. Go ahead, you first.
Oh, we got live testimonials.
Before Accelerate Energy, I was weak, I was frail, and I was miserable. But now, I can bench 280 pounds. I can deadlift 400 pounds. And I can squat 800 pounds. Accelerate Energy, to be truthful, has saved my life.
It's life-changing. How about you?
Thankfully, I was unemployed, overweight, and a loser. And now I'm in the most successful position I've ever been. Thanks to Jax Power Punch.
Everybody loves it. But you know who really needs some Jax Power Punch? The Smash Wrestling fans.
I guess they can squat 800 pounds.
Now, I think it's a fair assumption to assume that you're all unemployed. You're all not ashamed. And you're all sitting there wondering, how can I be just like Jax Williams? But don't worry, I love my fans. And after my triumphant victory over Von Vertigo tonight, I welcome all of you to join me at the merch table and have your first taste the Jack Power Punch.
3 samples of Accelerate Power Punch. How about that, Blake?
That testimonial may have said he could squat 800 pounds. First of all, his bench, deadlift, squat ratios were all up. And second of all, he had a black eye. How much is it really helping? Well, now here's someone who was supposed to be endorsing.
Here comes who's going to be handing out some black eyes. Von Vertigo, he's out here tonight. He's ready for war.
And his opponent, he took a red eye from Vegas to beat Jack Williams' ass. Weighing 175 pounds, the B.I. Von Vertigo.
Well, a little extra spice on this one. Obviously, these two have been at each other's throats for a while. But after Team Jax beat Team Vertigo a couple of weeks ago at the Rec Room, Von Vertigo was supposed to be the next co-face of Accelerate Energy. He was supposed to be hawking this product as well. Jax Williams,
hang on. Jax Williams wasting no time attacking Vertigo before the bell.
That's what happens when you don't come through on the endorsement deal, Von.
That's right, yeah. Jax Williams has come to collect one way or another.
And this goes a lot deeper than poorly made energy supplements. This is very, very personal. This has been going on for a couple months between these two now.
And it all comes to a head here tonight, the Rebel Nightclub, downtown Toronto. Jax, nice backbreaker there.
Early advantage for Jax, not just because he jumped Vertigo there a little before the bell. Comes up empty on that leg drop, though, and eats a boot and a moonsault.
Beautiful moonsault there into a cover. Only a 1 count, though. It's going to take a lot more than that, especially in this hardcore atmosphere. No rules, anything goes.
You heard ring announcer Kevin Mickey say it. Red Eye back from Vegas. Von Vertigo had a handful of matches this week in Vegas as part of WrestleMania week. He's been all over the globe for most of his career, but really all over the place since getting that U.S. visa cleared, making the rounds. And yeah, a lot of matches this week. So maybe an early edge for Jax Williams in that sense too.
Yeah, he's one of the busiest men on the Smash Wrestling roster, no doubt about it. Will that help or hurt him in this matchup? Time will tell.
Well, what certainly hurt him to some degree. Now he's winning a lot of matches. Whoa! Interesting one there. Doesn't get all of it, though, and Jax is able to grab him for a whip.
Yeah, that had no effect on Jax Williams whatsoever here. Vertigo looking for a Hurricanrana, nails it, and Jax Williams to the outside, but there's no refuge out there. Again, anything goes in this matchup. Up and not over. Close line there. Trying to send Williams up, now just chucks him out.
Vertigo going to join him. There he goes.
Springboard splash there from Von Vertigo, taking out Jax Williams.
What I had been about to say earlier is Von Vertigo, extremely successful here in Smash Wrestling and outside of Smash Wrestling, but within Smash, maybe eye off the prize just a little bit. He had this dragged out beef with Mark Wheeler that took up a lot of his time. Mark Wheeler was costing matches. That finally ended at Super Showdown, and then instead of getting back in the title picture where he feels he belongs, again, another one of these grudges with Jax Williams. Now, I wouldn't fault Von Vertigo for disliking Mark Wheeler or Jax Williams as he
he just tried the power punch and spat right in the face of those endorsements. Let's offer him another one. That's a good idea. Maybe it's just the first sip.
Flavor.
Oh, yeah, no, that one also not good.
Well, you hear the chants there.
I don't know why the crowd knows what that tastes like, but nonetheless, we have here a hardcore matchup here. And I think, Blake, to your point, that Vertigo's been in a lot of these grudges. I think when you're someone like Von Vertigo, whose star shines so bright here in Smash Wrestling, there are so many of the competitors in the back looking to dim it. Jax Williams being one of them.
Well, if you're Smash Wrestling's breakout star of 2024 like Jax Williams is, you look at the landscape and you say, who's next? How do I take that next step? I've beaten a Brent Banks. I've gone to the finals of the Northern.
Wait a minute. Jax Williams.
Here we go.
I don't know where that chain just came from. I think he just pulled that out from underneath the ring.
And this being pro wrestling, you never know what's under the ring.
Tilts a world back breaker with authority into a cover. This will do it.
Who needs a chain?
Vertigo, look at the shoulder up, though. Somehow, now that chain coming into play is Jax Williams. Looks like he's about to start choking Von Vertigo with that chain. At least that's what he's attempting to do here. Having Vertigo in that camo clutch. And Vertigo can't fight his way out of it. And now he's got a chain around the throat and the mouth of Vertigo. He's trying to choke the life out of him. Where's Vertigo? Where does he go from here?
Someone's got to invent a move to cover up Jax Williams' mouth.
And again, no rope breaks in this matchup.
Vertigo able to grab some of that chain and punch his way out. But that's got to... that can't feel good.
Vertigo now trying to create some distance between himself and Jax Williams, and now he's gone looking under the ring for some toys himself.
And look, Vertigo has
played... Is that a baking sheet?
It sure is.
Right to the midsection of Jax Williams and across the back.
Look, Vertigo's played too much SmackDown versus Raw to not have come here a little earlier and hit some things under the ring, you know?
And he's going to the outside. I don't know what else he's looking for.
Chair.
Steel chair. Now entering the fray. And Vertigo measuring up Jax Williams. Jax Williams will grab the chair. Self-preservation, and now he has the weapon in tow. Oh, shot with that chair right across the back, right across the spine of Vertigo. And Jax Williams now setting up, rearranging the furniture.
Looks like Jax Williams got a little cut on the forehead pretty early on in this hardcore match. Something to watch for as we move forward.
It's an occupational hazard, one would think. Just hoisting Vertigo up onto that shoulder. Vertigo, though, able to slide down. Boot right to the face. Oh. Discus punch. Says Jax now sitting in that chair. Precarious position.
Look for that Shining Wizard. Jax has it scouted.
Yeah, he had it scouted big time here. And just driving the gut of Von Vertigo across that seat, across that steel chair, into a cover here. This might be over. 2 count, though, says the official.
Vertigo, usually one of the guys with the best gas tanks in Smash Wrestling, but you factor in the jet lag, the workload this week, and then having your gut dropped right across a steel chair like that, probably sucking wind right now.
Oh, and another shot to the midsection there from Jax Williams, just stabbing him with that steel chair.
And it's not just the chair here. Jax Williams is so strong and hits so hard. And now he has some Jax Power Punch. This is almost unfair.
Boy, now he's got that full bottle, and now he's forcing it down the throat of Von Vertigo the same way he forced it down the throat of all the fans here in Smash Wrestling.
Now, if as an energy drink it's that effective, wouldn't that be counterintuitive strategy to help your opponent out like that?
Well, I think it's a great point you're making there, Blake. We're going to find out how well this thing works. If it's going to help Von Vertigo squat 800 pounds...
While only benching 200 and change. Figure that ratio out. Math, maybe not Jax Williams' strong suit.
He's got Vertigo stacked up on the shoulders, but a lawn dart him in that chair, and Vertigo, he knew it was coming. Half and half suplex, dropping Jax Williams on the top of his head. That was a dangerous, dangerous landing. And Vertigo, he's got more than one opponent in this matchup, as those testimonials are here now. He's making short work of these guys. Oh, a soccer kick right to the face. But it's 1-on-3 here. Referee's got to gain some kind of control, but it's all legal, Blake.
There's a kid at ringside here.
Dancing over the corpse of one of the testimonials.
Yeah. If I had, done that hand gesture at that age, I probably would have been grounded, but maybe not if you do it to one of Jax Williams' minions. This, all the opportunity Jax needed to turn this thing back around, though, baking sheet to the back.
As Williams trying to launch Vertigo into the corner. Vertigo reversed it into a cover here. 1, 2, kick out there from Jax Williams. Just dropping Williams on the top of his head. Cover, 2, and again Williams able to get the shoulder up. Credit where it's due. Jax Williams, he's taking some punishment in this matchup, but he is still ticking.
Vertigo trying to get the crowd behind him a little bit here. That's always something that he uses to his advantage well.
Yeah, again, you can see those gears turning in the head of Von Vertigo as he goes back to the outside, perhaps back to the toy chest.
And as every video game player knows, you go to a different side of the ring each time. You get a different prize. This time it's a ladder.
Nice foul. I don't know where that ladder's part of the venue here for the Rebel nightclub, and that's a big ladder, Blake.
Yeah, Von Vertigo pretty comfortable in scenarios like this. Maybe not something Jax Williams is quite as comfortable.
Vertigo setting that ladder up on the bottom rope. And now measuring Jax Williams, nice right hander, nice shot to the head. And another. You see him going back, making sure that ladder's in the right position for him, but he's just tripped over it.
It might be in the absolute worst position for him now.
Yeah, Jax Williams. Vertigo dropping down to a knee there, grabbing a hold of Jax Williams, trying to prevent some punishment here on that ladder. Back body drop onto a ladder.
Huge swing from Vertigo there. Williams has one of the best power bombs in the game.
Well, and there is no comfortable way to land on a ladder, Blake.
And Williams has to be careful here. He's still laying across it. Vertigo's going up top.
Is he thinking Vonton? Vonton connecting!
With the distance.
Driving the air into the lungs cover. 2. And Jax Williams gets the shoulder up again. I don't know how he did that, Blake.
Let's take another look at this one. The Vonton bomb clears 2/3 of the ring onto Jax, onto that ladder. Somehow not enough.
And Vertigo not done yet. Going back under the ring. And he's looking for something specific.
Yeah, he just got the WWF No Mercy there. You reach underneath, there's nothing. You got to raise your hands to the crowd, not knowing what's going on. But he's got
he's finding more and more chairs now.
Yeah, load him up.
He's just throwing everything they have. He's just loading that ring up with anything that he can find that's going to hurt Jax Williams.
Another chair, let's go.
Like chairs are under there. And this ring is filling out. This is getting dangerous now. It's about 6 or 7 chairs in the ring, a ladder, a cookie sheet,
a chain. Vertigo just stacking them up.
But is he taking too much time?
Has given Williams a chance to maybe get his win back.
Drags him to the center of the ring. He's looking at that pile of chairs he's just made.
Looking for a twist of fate.
Oh, a nice Superman punch there from Jax Williams. And
here's that power bomb he was looking for earlier.
Vertigo trying to fight out another power bomb onto a stack of chairs. And that might do it. Leg hook into a cover. 2. And Vertigo somehow exhausted, but still able to get the shoulder up.
Somehow's the right word. That tomahawk jam forearm in the corner, the power bomb on a stack of chairs, all the fatigue from the week Von Vertigo's had, and somehow still shoulder up before the 3.
And you see frustration starting to settle in now with Jax Williams. He's arguing with the official. He's kicking some chairs around. He thought he had this match won.
Yeah, it's always interesting when Jax Williams gets frustrated. He wakes up in a bad mood.
Here's that
power bomb again. Power behind that.
Driving all the air out of the lungs of Vertigo.
Now he's setting up a kind of a wall of chairs here for Vertigo.
And Vertigo fighting back, starting to fire up here, Blake. But Williams wearing him right back down. Now Vertigo in a bad position here. Jax Williams.
Not the best spot to try to catch a breather here, Vaughn. We don't see Williams go up top a whole lot.
We don't. It's always dangerous when he does, but Vertigo perhaps playing some possum there. Gets a hold of Jax Williams.
Of hair.
And Williams ripping apart in the face. He had a handful of the nose and mouth of Vertigo there.
Hardcore match.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Don't do this. Jax Williams looking to end the career of Vertigo with that. And Vertigo able to fight his way out of it. Now he's going on top. He's going to try the end of the career of Jax Williams here. Vertigo went for Hurricane Rana, but Williams too strong, too powerful. Hurricane Rana onto that bridge full of chairs.
Oh no. Get the chair around the throat of Jax Williams.
And Shining Wizard with a chair into the face of Williams. Stacks him up for the cover. 2. And that's going to do it.
What a brawl.
A brawl is right. Von Vertigo vanquishing the threat of Jax Williams here tonight.
Here's your winner, the VI, Von Vertigo!
And he might have done some damage to his own knee with that Shining Wizard, but you got to risk it for the biscuit here. He was able to put Jax Williams away as we take one more look at that Shining Wizard.
Nasty stuff to the chair around the neck of Jax Williams. You mentioned how much pain Von Vertigo looks like he's in. No agony, no braggony, as they say. And that's 2-1 Von Vertigo over Jax Williams in this back and forth they've been having. Surely Von hopes this is the end of it. Hey, let's get back to the title picture. Let's get the eye back on the prize from here.
Well, in a match like this, it is sure to put him right back into that conversation.
Oh, TDT attacking Sinner Insane from behind. Wheeler just slid in with a chair. Oh!
You guys may be the best team out of BC, right? You guys might be the best team in Quebec, but you're looking at one half of the best tag team in Ontario, locked and loaded. You got something in your head, man? We're gonna fuck you up, brother. We're gonna fuck you up, Duke on this. Locked and loaded, TDT, Sinner Insane, April 20th, 3-1-10 for the
And now we go to triple threat tag team action. For the Smash Wrestling Tag Team titles, it is our main event of the evening. And here's one of the best tag teams in Ontario, Blake, and Locked and Loaded.
The following contest is your main event. It is the Battle of Canada for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, wrestling out of Toronto, Ontario, weighing a combined 485 pounds, the Golden Gun Mark Wheeler, the Clutch Jesse V, Locked and Loaded.
Well, you set it up, Scott. This one a long time building. There are tag titles on the line. There is provincial pride on the line. And hey, when it comes to Mark Wheeler ruining one of the best tag matches we've seen in Smash a couple weeks back at Rec Room, he's probably got a receipt or two due here too.
And these are not the guys you want to owe. Former tag team champions in their own right, TDT.
Their opponents, wrestling out of St. Louis, Quebec, weighing a combined 500 pounds, Mathieu Saint-Jean, Thomas Dubois, Tabarnak Team.
Not just former tag champs. Former tag champs who never lost the titles, had to vacate them due to injury, finally got back here in Smash, finally got their shot at Sinner Insane to win those back. And yeah, Sinner Insane won, but neither team happy with that, how that one played out, given Mark Wheeler's interference multiple times in that match.
They have an intense look in their eyes. They have their eyes on the prize here tonight.
They have their eyes on your beers as well. If you are ringside, keep a hand over top of that or drink them quick.
And you want to talk about intensity, you're talking about the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Sinner Insane.
Their opponents, representing the Lions Game Dojo, wrestling out of Vancouver, BC, weighing a combined 372 pounds. They are your Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Judas Inglis, Travis Williams, Sinner and Saint.
463 days as Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions. We're talking double-digit defenses. We're talking teams like TDT, teams like Locked and Loaded, teams like the Motor City Machine Guns that haven't been able to take those straps off Judas Icarus and Travis Williams.
But they are in a unique position here tonight, Blake, where they do not have to be pinned. They do not have to submit to lose those titles. Triple threat rules, and Blake, I've been told this is going to be contested under Tornado tag team rules. No tags need to happen, which means the odds just got stacked even deeper against the champions.
Did we do some Steiner math here, or did we just say it's 1/3 all the way around? I don't have my Steiner calculator with me, but this is the level of confidence Sinner and Saint have, and the level of pride they have representing BC, because this isn't just about the tag titles. They think they're the best tag team in BC. Locked and Loaded say they're the best in Ontario. TDT pretty unquestionably the best out of Quebec. So when Sinner and Saint say, hey, we'll put the title on the line against both of these teams. Hey, our biggest advantage is our tag team chemistry, our in and out of the ring. We'll go Tornado rules. We're that confident. That's how much this means to them.
Well, and Blake, you talk about provincial pride. Those tag titles right there tell you who's the best tag team in Canada. And that's what it's all about here tonight, those Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
And somewhat ironically, while we are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, well, Smash does run both of our shows in Ontario. Here we go. No, that's
this thing breaking down into a Donnybrook, a Pier 6 brawl on the pier, if you will.
It'll be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to this one, because while this is in Ontario, while we are Ontario-based, the Ontario team probably the least liked duo, not just in this match, but generally with Golden Gun Mark Wheeler and the Clutch Jesse V.
Well, they're not here to make friends. They're not here to be liked. They're here to win championships and make money. And a huge opportunity for them to do just that here today.
You see Travis Williams getting an early start with some striking on the outside.
Oh, if they just handed Travis Williams a title and Travis Williams just punched it into the head of Mark Wheeler, it might have hurt his own hand in the process there.
As you know, triple threat rules, there's going to be no disqualification in this. And we've already got a bar fight over on one side of the arena.
Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to call this. And good luck
Thomas
to all
Dubois.
of our camera people as well.
Thomas Dubois just trying to jump off a bar. Jesse V catches
how
him,
about
though.
the power of Jesse V here?
He's going to... Oh! That's the first time Thomas Dubois has ever run away from a bar. And there you see him right to work with a chair.
And this thing is breaking down in a hurry.
Well, credit to our camera crew who are going to try to keep up with this, but this is all over Rebel Nightclub right now.
I don't know how much venue insurance we have here, but I think we're using every last dollar of it.
Jesse V throwing Dubois head first into a pole there.
There's beer all over the ring. I'm trying to keep an eye on the action here. From what you can see here, fans, but this is breaking down all over Rebel Nightclub.
Yeah, we got Wheeler putting the boots and fists of Travis
Jesse
Williams
V
on
and
one
Dubois
side.
still fighting at the bar.
And I believe they're back to another bar because Rebel has 3 bars here on the main level.
But I'm glad you and I are up here.
Me too, and not just so our drinks are safe from TDT if they get an advantage of it. Oh, Travis Williams got Mark Wheeler sitting in a chair, laying into him with chops.
This is just a brawl. This is a bar fight.
And that's the way TDT like it.
Well, yeah, right now you're right. This is exactly the way TDT likes it. They're playing their own game here, but...
You just see a nasty kick from Icarus to the chair around the neck of Matthew St. Jacques.
No one else is shying away from this, the way this match is just unfolded. And if you're the referee, what do you do?
Well, when we were at Rec Room back in March, we just had Matthew St. Jacques just burst a beer in the face of Judas Icarus. We got...
Dubois just went through a pile of chairs.
There's no keeping up with this thing. We got beers everywhere, chairs everywhere, bodies everywhere.
Well, and the official, and he's trying to find some form of this action to get close to.
But there's nothing for the official to do. It's tornado rules. It's triple threats, so you can't get DQ'd. The only thing the official has to worry about, you got to get the pin in the ring.
We might need to call the cops.
We might have to, yeah.
Chair shot right to the head there of Judas Icarus.
And the crowd sure is into it early. Although we've got the crowd split into 3 here as well.
Which is Travis Williams launch himself. Took out 3 fans in the process.
And gets cut off by Dubois on the other side.
And we got to try to establish some kind of order here.
Do we? This is a blast.
I'm having a good time, but Eventually, this match has to make its way back to the ring. This is not a safe environment if you're a fan.
TDT have both members of Sinner and Saint. Oh!
And a meeting of the minds of the tag team champions, and hang on! Here comes Wheeler and Jesse V.
And when TDT and Sinner and Saint squared off at Rec Room back in March, this is a lot of what it looked like, but now you throw Jesse V and Mark Wheeler into the mix.
This is what every TDT match looks like. They don't care about rules. I don't even know if they know they're in a wrestling match.
Oh, and now they've got a...
They're just in a fight and they love it. Again, they take a title from a fan.
Fan in head-to-toe Blue Jays gear. A tough weekend for him. And now he's had his title stolen by TDT.
And again, this match still...
And we got a shoe?
Yeah, he's got a fan. That's a fan shoe being used as a weapon.
Austin Powers? Use a shoe as a weapon.
They're just using whatever they can find right now. And again, you're right, like the official can do nothing but beg for them to get back in the ring. Speaking of begging, you see St. Jacques was begging there for Jesse V to stop, but Jesse V not obliging.
Travis Williams has escaped to the top of the stage for a breather to get away from
escape is right.
Mark Wheeler and Thomas Dubois.
I mean, you see his partner Judas Icarus also, they might just be getting the hell out of here. And I wouldn't blame them if they did. This is not what they signed up for.
Well, no champion's advantage, though.
I think
you can't retain
just
your
use a
title.
wrench.
Holy! Williams and Icarus stereo stage dives.
How are we supposed to call this?
Just edit it all in post. I don't know. This is incredible, though. Sinner and Saint, the tag champs, flying off together on opposite sides of the stage here at Rebel. Now they got Mark Wheeler 2-on-1.
Somehow we're back in the ring here. Oh, and Mark Wheeler.
Oh, double drop kick.
He tried to get away from the action by getting into the ring, but he just got met by both tag team champions.
And given the amount of damage on the outside, once we're back in the ring, this thing could end quickly. Mark Wheeler's in trouble here.
Absolutely.
And not just if you're Jesse V, if you're TDT, you got to get back to the ring. You can't let Mark Wheeler get pinned in a triple threat. Oh,
Mark Wheeler
tries to super kick his way out.
He's holding his own right now against the tag team champions. Here comes his partner Jesse V back in the ring now as well.
Oh.
And there's the big man just launching Icarus into his partner. Tandem offense here, double super kicks.
Jesse V too serious about this for a high five. Right back to the super kicks, but DDT double spear.
Tandem spears from Tabernacle Team St. Jacques and Dubois.
Spit flying everywhere. Sweat flying everywhere. Popcorn flying everywhere.
And now Dubois with Wheeler stacked sends him into Jesse V. And St. Jacques can do the same with Icarus.
Yeah, why not Travis Williams too? His back is beat red. He took a whooping on the outside.
Everyone's taking a whooping in this matchup.
And now TDT have all four opponents loaded up in the corner.
And what are they going to do here? St. Jacques with a splash in the corner. And look at this. They're just launching.
Assembly line clotheslines here.
Just like clockwork here at TDT. They know each other so well. Pick one and pin them. This crowd is on their feet right now, Blake.
Oh, now the TDT going to look for a little tandem high-flying offense here.
As Matthew St. Jacques from the second rope with the knee right to the face of Jesse V into the cover. Do we have new champions? And Icarus saving the titles for now.
And again, that pin on Jesse V, but Sinner and Saint, hey, they asked for this, they wanted this, they don't have to be pinned to lose their titles. And now Icarus is alone, 2-on-1 with TDT. This is oh my God.
Oh my God, he's right! Thomas Dubois just launching everyone into each other there. This thing is breaking down in a hurry.
They're not gonna,
And Jesse V! Flying shoulder tackle, taking out both members of TDT.
Looked like both members of TDT were looking to fly there, and now it's going to be Jesse V flying.
And he takes out TDT.
For a big man to be able to fly like that.
It's not natural. It defies physics. It defies gravity.
And now Mark Wheeler's going to do it?
Yeah, now Wheeler's going up top.
Getting a very unfriendly chant, by the way.
There's Travis Williams, though, back in the ring. I don't think Wheeler realizes it yet.
Oh,
and he just
hung him up.
Dropping Wheeler there on the yam bags. And now Williams meeting Wheeler up top.
Way up. Oh!
Belly to back suplex from the top rope. Drops Wheeler. Up goes Judas Icarus. And Icarus looking to fly himself here.
Oh!
Anytime frog splash connecting. Both men into a cover.
Jesse V.
Oh, and he dragged the official out of the ring.
Big save from the big man.
That's a huge save there from Jesse V. Great ring awareness from the outside.
Oh!
But he's paying for it right now as Sinner and Saint are taking out their frustrations on him.
And here's a scenario where Sinner and Saint are so special when they get these 2-on-1 opportunities, but Jesse V with a big jumping kick.
Jesse V just too big, too strong. Hoisting up Williams and Icarus at the same time. Are you kidding me? Look at the power of Jesse V right now.
Oh!
With a double slam. Damage may be done here. Jesse V into the cover.
Oh!
Pinfall broken out there by TDT with the help of a steel chair.
They both got steel chairs now. Everyone's in trouble.
And they are now measuring up Jesse V with those chairs.
Oh boy. Oh!
Jesse V dodging those shots. That would have ended his career.
Looking for a little concerto action there, yeah, or whatever the French term for concerto is. I don't know my music en français. But he's going to get a double team nonetheless.
DDT just launching Jesse V into the corner. And now Wheeler trying to fight them off.
Wheeler speaking just a little too soon.
And he gets launched into Jesse V.
TDT straps down, shirts off. Could be new champs.
Just an absolute brawl for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team titles. Oh, wait a minute here. Dubois looking for a pile driver. Maybe not. It's sit-out powerbomb cover. Two new champions. And again, Judas Icarus saving the matchup and the titles for now.
Williams and Icarus both diving like hell to break that one up.
Listen to this crowd.
Have to agree with him here. This is awesome.
What? And if you've never been to a Smash Wrestling show, if this is your first time, you're going to go home and this is the kind of match you're going to be telling all your friends about. And if you're watching this at home and you've never been to a show, get to one soon, because this is the kind of action that you get to see.
And here we go. Champs for almost a year and a half against champs who never lost the title. 2v2.
And they are just exchanging strikes here in the center of the ring.
Sinner and Saint getting the upper hand. Uh-oh.
Oh, they both got goozled. The chops there from the champions. Are you kidding me? Double choke slams out of TDT. Where'd that come from?
We're going to try for two covers.
Two. Oh, both members of TDT able to kick out. Tag Team Championship match continues. I don't even know if we can call this a match, Blake. It's a fight.
If we've got Sinner and Saint double choke slamming TDT, I don't know what to call this other than Smash Wrestling. Well, they want more.
Going back to the outside are Sinner and Saint, the Tag Team Champions.
We got a ladder.
And that ladder coming into play. And again, perfectly legal in triple threat rules.
Uh-oh. Mark Wheeler's lined up.
Well, luckily able to dodge and drop kicks that ladder into both members of Sinner and Saint. And now Wheeler, just using that chair, just launching it into the face of Matty St. Jacques.
But he's got both members of TDT prone in the corner here.
And now he's stacking that ladder up. in a precarious position there. TDT, they're in trouble.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Jesse V!
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? Launching himself across the ring.
Corner to corner drop kick from the biggest man in the match.
I can't believe what we just saw there. That TDT's out of commission at this point.
And Travis Williams just saved Judas Icarus from the same.
Oh, and that chair getting launched in the midsection there, Mark Wheeler. I'm just sorry. I'm still aghast by what we just saw from Jesse V.
Sinner and Sabre looking for that ode to the
chair
fallen.
shot right to the head.
Yeah, Wheeler
right
just...
to the head. What? Travis Williams. Oh! That chair getting launched in the face of Wheeler.
Here it is. Oh!
And that's got to do it. Into cover 2. And they retain the titles.
And still.
What a war.
Here are your winners. And still Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Sinner and Saint.
I don't know that we could say there were any winners in this match. Only survivors. And the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions survive an absolute war as we take another look at the closing moments of this contest.
That ode to the fallen onto the chair to Mark Wheeler. And the title reign will now push toward a year and a half. Double-digit defenses, triple threat, tornado. There's ladders, there's chairs involved. If this can't take the titles off Sinner and Saint, what or who can?
That's a great question, Blake. We'll have to find out. May 25th, the Northern Tournament, the next time Smash Wrestling comes to you live. But Sinner and Saint standing tall here today at Rebel. For Blake Murphy, I'm Scott Hunter. Good night.
God damn! You know, we've been coming to Smash here for over a goddamn year now. We showed up and we proved right out of the gate that SNS were the best tag team in Canada, baby. And now, I'm gonna break the fourth wall here. We're pretty goddamn nervous when you put us up against two of the other best teams in the entire world. Especially when TDT's in there and anything goes, cause goddamn, I can't feel my fucking fingertips anymore. But I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Every time we step in a Smash ring, everyone here, everyone in the back, and everybody that supports online, y'all mean the world to us. I can keep blabbering all night, but I'll say this. We fucking love you guys, and SNS is here to stay, because guess what? S is stay up.
And here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my f***ing mind. Filthy mouth, no excuse. Find a new place to hang this noose. String me up from atop these roofs. Knot it tight so I won't get loose. Truth is you can stop and stare. Run myself out and no one cares. Dug the trench out, lay down there with a shovel up out of reach somewhere. Yeah, someone pour it in. Make it a dirt dance floor again. Saying prayers and stop it out when they bring that cold.